My name is Chan, I'm the man name's voice, and we're back for another video. Shout out to everyone that's in the live. Let's what are we doing over here? Let's get IG in here. And then we'll get things cracking. You know how this goes. Let's go live. Let's get a few people in there. You know what, yeah? I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna go on on TikTok, but something about TikTok, it keeps doing me dirty. Something about TikTok. I don't know, I don't know what I did. Basically, I'll tell you what I did. I was streaming, I was reacting to videos and streaming, and then for some reason, TikTok is very sensitive. So when I'm reacting, TikTok is basically I got some strikes because of the content I was reacting to. So I almost lost my account. So because I almost lost my account, I stopped streaming on TikTok. Do you understand? So I didn't stream for like I think like 4 months. But now all the restrictions have gone. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna go on there, but I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go on there. So what I'm gonna say to everyone that's on Instagram is very easy. You should be subscribed to my channel already if you haven't done. So click link in the bio or just go on YouTube, search my name is China. You see the red circle, and that's what's going to be going on. Big up Serena Talk Slow. She says, hey, keep up the work. It's nice to have consistent culture commentators. Thank you. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm going to really get into this, and this is one that I think this is what I really want interaction in the comments, and definitely want some people to jump onto the stream, because yeah, I sat back. I'm not someone that likes to see a lot of people. They like to be first. They want to get the first. They want to break the news story. A lot of people like to be first. They want to break the news story. They want to do all of that because, you know, the first person gets all the views. But I'm not really like that. And if you're really serious about journalism and serious, then you want to also make sure what you're saying is going to be factual and true as well. So sometimes it depends. You can be the first to break the story, but just make sure what you're saying is correct, right? So that's what I want to start with. We are going to be talking today, this evening, about the late Jason Ardey, RIP, rest in peace, brother. Unfortunately, he took his life recently, and a lot of people have said it's due to the pressure and abhorrent media. I would just say witch hunt against him. That obviously, unfortunately, resulted in him taking his life. Can we jump on with the camera off? Yeah, I'll do that today. I'll let you jump off with the camera off today. I don't normally do that, but I'll let you do that today. I'll let you jump off with the camera off today. So just hop across to YouTube. Big up French, my guy. Hop across to YouTube. It's the easiest way to get involved. Hit the like button. I need everyone in the chat to get active and to make sure you're staying, you know, locked in this chat. I don't know, man. I kind of want to see if we can get TikTok in here. I kind of want to see, because I just feel like this might be a good conversation, but I also don't want to get I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get banned again. So it kind of sucks. So yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about obviously what's happened. Look, at the moment there's a campaign against the Shadeborough. I think they've lost over 100,000 followers, and obviously because, you know, there was some media that really pushed almost an agenda against Jason, and the Shadeborough is one of those people, along with mainstream media, of course, right-wing media. There's been a lot of onus put on mainstream media and right-wing media, and of course they should be. But even more onus I want to put on it is on our community and our culture. See, what we have here is we have a scenario where, and I'm going to really get into it, but just before I get into it, I just want to say we have a scenario where someone is unfortunately taking their life, and for the majority of people, they have put it down to the pressure and abuse and the witch hunt, or whatever what you want to call it, against this man. All right, so already people recognize that social media platforms, tabloids, blogs can play such an influence into someone's life that can ultimately have that person take their life. So everybody's at this point, everyone is agreeing on that, and everyone's come together around that fact. Okay, so we're all in agreement with each other. All right, no worries. So I think if that is going to be, if everyone's talking about be kinder, everyone's talking about pressures, everyone's talking about social media, if this is going to be the new baseline, then okay. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that if that is the baseline, if that is what the same hymn sheet that everyone's singing from, that's a beautiful hymn sheet. Let's be nicer to each other. Let's not cancel our own. Let's practice forgiveness. Okay, cool. All right, remember, this is what you want to do. Remember, this is what you're calling for. You want us to be okay. So if you're going to call for this, this is going to need a cultural shift. It's going to need a cultural shift, because black culture, whatever you want to call it, because black culture and black is not, I know it's not a monolith, I understand. But if we're going to talk about the culture that we understand when I say that, then we're going to look at what does it promote? Then we're going to look at the inconsistencies with it. We're going to look at the contradictions of it. We're going to look at all of these things. And when you look at all of those, you're going to find yourself in the middle, conflicted in the content that you subscribe to, in the post that you share, the post that you comment on. You will find you're completely complicit. You will find you're complicit in this. So it's very easy to blame the blog pages. Of course, it's very easy to blame the right wing, the mainstream media. Of course it is very easy, of course. But what's not so easy is to look at yourself in the mirror, at your own culture, at your own community, and look at what you do. And that's what we're going to do tonight. It's too easy to blame the Telegraph. It's too easy to blame the Sun newspaper, Oxford. It's so easy. But hold on a second, because we're going to go look at some posts, and some of you guys are going to find your comments in the post. So some of you guys that are virtue signaling, talking about be RIP, you're going to find yourself, when initially it came that you wasn't singing from that hymn sheet. You was one of the comments that he probably read. So before you come on the internet and you start to want to blame the Shadeborough, because yes, they have an integral part to play and they're being held accountable. They will. You're going to have to take accountability for why you followed them in the first place. You're going to have to take accountability for why you comment on it. You're going to have to take accountability for why you share this content, because it's not enough. You are complicit. And you're not going to like this, because in our culture, we don't like anyone that makes you look in the mirror and says, actually, it might be you. But when it comes to someone outside of the race or something, you guys all got time for it. And this is the bit where they don't like. And this is why I'm the man them's voice. And you know what? Someone said to me, Chai, shout out to Ginger J, because we're going to get into this. He said to me, Chai, you're not even the man them's voice at this point. You're the people's voice. And you're right. We're going to have to do a rebranding. I like the man them's voice, but I really like the people's voice, because it's bigger than the man them at this point. There's a lot of things going on. And people have asked me, I could play you bare voice notes. I could show you text messages. I could show you messages. China, where are you? Why are you not talking on these things? There's so many. Where are you, China? What are you doing? Why are you doing these Pop the Balloon shows? Why are you doing all of these shows? What are you doing? Get back to what we need you for. I swear to God. Today, voice notes. So I was like, you know what? Cool, innit? This is what, remember, if the man them say they want it, the only reason I'm here is because of the man them. You cannot cancel China. For some people that may think you can, you cannot. It's impossible, because the man them want me here. And what I'm doing is bigger than me. And when something is bigger than you, oh, you got people that actually rely on what you're doing. Serena says, agreed, we all played a role. Agreed, even I've had to self-reflect on why I've had to indulge in negative stories about people from our community. Yeah, we're all going to have to do that. So look, guys, anyone that's on Instagram, hop across to YouTube, because yeah, hop across to YouTube, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to reaction races. So look, listen, ELAINE the Pain dropped a video, right? And this is one of the reasons why you should always take time. You should take time. So she dropped an initial video when all the allegations about about Jason Ardey came out. All right, she dropped a video, and essentially her video was kind of like tongue-in-cheek, poking fun at it, but essentially was asking questions, right? Cool. Then, obviously, he's taken his life now, unfortunately, rest RIP. But she's receiving immense backlash. She deleted the video, all right? But obviously, now people are coming at her, and she's been getting backlash for other things recently as well. And anyone that knows me or knows my content, they know that ELAINE the Pain has actually, she came at me for no reason, unprovoked, in my comments and on social media. I never did anything, okay? Like a lot of people do, all right? She also came for Ginger J heavily. She came for Ginger J, all right? And he never knew her. She came for Ginger J's family heavily, all right? Cool. So when I'm talking how I'm talking, understand this. It's not like we're friends or anything, but I still understand that even though I may not agree with her, even though I think she gets a lot of things wrong, I still believe that she's entitled to have a voice. I still believe she's done some work for the culture. It doesn't matter if I agree. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I am not about cancellation or canceling people. I do not believe in that. I believe in free speech. Fully, I believe in free speech. And what does that mean? It means if somebody wants to stand on the top of the hill and they want to start screaming out N-words or saying that, you know, I'm going to create a party and it's a racist party, whatever you want to call it, do you know what's going to happen? That person can do that. Because on the other side, it's going to create another person that's going to stand up and is going to rise and say, what, you think you're going to do that? No, we're going to now mobilize. What you guys want to do is you want to silence people's voice. I don't want to silence anyone's voices. I like to know what people believe. I don't like people to lie. So if you don't like me, just let me know you don't like me so I can deal with it how we're supposed to deal with it. And this is why this is why you should never stop anyone from saying anything. Let everybody get off their chest, because then you know what you're really dealing with. You know what people think. We live in a culture and a society where they want to stop that. Do you understand? That's dangerous. No, we want real people. So if you don't like me, if you believe something, say it. Just articulate it. Okay? And this is where we need to get to. We want people to be honest with us. This is where we want to get to. Big up Samuel. I see you in the chat, guys. Hit the like button, guys. We need to get the lights up. Yeah, bro says, bro, the gal always insulting people's parents, but when it's her, she can't handle it. And you're right. And the reason why this is going to be important is because she made it about herself. She made a video talking about, basically making it about herself, all right? Talking about when she got when people tried to come for her, yeah? Cool. But you have to understand something, ELAINE. You have come for people heavily, all right? And you came for Ginger J heavily. You didn't care about Ginger J's mental health when the whole world was attacking him, his family, his girl. You didn't care about Ginger J, did you? No, you didn't. None of you guys cared if Ginger went and took his life, because trust me, Ginger was, if you think this guy's going through something, you guys don't understand what Ginger went through worldwide. Yeah. And if you're going to talk about be kind, yeah, if Ginger took his life, what would you guys be saying? Bare people were telling him to take his life. The messages coming, telling his mother. You women were all attacking Ginger J's personal family. They turned up at Ginger J's mum's workplace. You women did this. What if his mum took her life? So all of you people that want to now virtue signal, I'm gonna remind you what you guys do. You're part of the problem. So you're not gonna virtue signal and blame the Shadeborough and simply blame ELAINE the Pain. Yeah, they're integral parts of this, but you're gonna take accountability for the things that you do, because you're part of the problem. And if you want to start at it, we're going to clean up our homes first before we step out into the world and we start talking about, oh, we want to clean up the community. How about we clean up our homes first? How about that? Because we always got energy for the white man. Always. Soon as something happens, we got energy for them, man, there. But once I tell you to look at yourself in the mirror and, oh, all of a sudden, what's the problem now? And welcome to the culture that we have created. And this is why Jason is not here no more, because all you people want to be doing a GoFundMe page now for Jason. Why didn't you do a GoFundMe page when he was going through it? Why didn't nobody do a GoFundMe page when he was going through it? But now you want to do a GoFundMe page, don't you? Now you want to do a GoFundMe page, right? For his family. Now he's not here, right? You're hypocrites. And I'm going to remind you, you're hypocrites. So don't, and the part of this is the culture is broken. We have a cancer in it and we need to cut it out. But whenever someone tries to cut it out, we have a bunch of you guys, people trying to stop it. You don't like accountability, especially women. Even if you have a problem with me saying that, you don't like accountability. Because I'm going to hold us accountable. I'll hold the blogs accountable. I hold the creators accountable. But I'm going to also hold you accountable. Because you didn't care when it was Ginge. How about me? Because we're going to focus on this. Because this one is about the culture. It's about the culture. You want to focus on the Shadeborough and the mainstream media. You want to focus on all these people. Yeah? Cool. Matt Walsh. Cool. We can focus on these people. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to forget about you people that follow them. How could I forget about you? Close to 1 million followers. How could I forget about you? Why do you follow them for? Why do you comment for? Because guess what? Guess what the Shadeborough does and all these blogs? They allow you an escape from your reality. After you come home from work or whatever you're doing, you get to doom scroll, okay? And it lets you get to look at other people's lives. You see clips of us, you see things, and you get to point, and it gets to make you feel a little bit better about your existence. That is why you follow it. You love the toxicity. That's why you comment. You guys are as bad as the people that do it, but you don't want to accept accountability. You want to push it on them. Why do you take in this content? Why do you like this content? What is it about this content that what is about this negativity that you love so much? Oh, I know what it is. It's about other people. This is like TV to you. It's like EastEnders, Big Brother, Love and Hip Hop, Love Island. But it's not your life. It's our lives. All right? When they wanted to clip me and take me out of context and tell me that I got beef with a whole community of people and no one cared about anything I went through. No one cared about the things that happened to my family, the threats. No one cared. No one cared about the PTSD I have. No one cared. But people want to make videos, want to make reactions. They want to talk about canceling me. Do I look cancelled to you? Do you not see all the things I'm doing? But you want to try to even cancel me. Why would you try to cancel China? Like, you don't think there's worse people that are doing worse things? But you would want to cancel me. Welcome to the culture. You guys want to complain when Kanye is not allowed in the country. Yeah? You guys are complaining, you're upset. Why are you complaining and upset? They already saw how you treated Kanye when Kanye said slavery was a choice. You guys never let him finish, did you? Have you ever seen the full video? Have you ever seen the full video of what Kanye West was saying? You probably haven't. Let me tell you, let me paraphrase. He's explaining that slavery is a choice now because we are still slavery to certain things and we're all slaves to certain things. And that's what he was talking about. But you didn't want to hear that. You want to talk about cancel Kanye. No worries. He said some things. He's going through an episode. You guys want to support other communities that don't support you. Then when he's done everything he needs to do and everybody wants to, he wants to come and perform. What do they do last minute? They cancel him. They won't let him in the country. Then all of us are upset. Why are you upset? They saw how you do your own people. Don't be upset. They've witnessed how you did your own people. When Young Philly got announced, when the thing about Young Philly happened, the culture, before it hit the mainstream, it was all on the blogs, all the memes. Everybody's putting up bare old clips of Young Philly, bare clips, posting it. Everybody's got a story to say. Welcome to the culture. If Philly went and took his life, what then? You don't think that stuff could have pushed him over the edge? But what I'm trying to remind you is you guys have created this. You guys have created this, but you want to virtue signal. So I'm going to remind you, you cannot virtue signal without looking in the mirror and asking yourself, what have I contributed to this culture, this thing? And if you're not willing to look at yourself, well, what can I say? And this is why I said we are all to blame. You don't think I could have made a video about Jason? You don't think I could have made a video when everybody was making videos and getting mad views and monetizing? Yo, it's all about the coins, right? You don't think I could have made money? I could have easily. I'm seeing the views. That would have pulled in some nice money. But guess what? I said, no, God told me, leave this one, Chai. Leave this one. God said, leave this one. And I'm so happy I did. I'm so glad I left it, because I would having to be doing a video now, trying to basically just, like I would be doing a video saying, well, but guess what? I wouldn't make that video. There's a reason why I would never make that type of video, because I'm the man them's voice. And picture me making a video about a man that's under investigation, that the investigation is not complete. Picture me trying to paint a narrative about this man, about this black man that has gone through so much, regardless of what they're bringing him out. What good is it? Why does it need my voice? What does it need about my voice? It doesn't need my voice. There's enough people doing it. Why does it need China's voice? It doesn't. Unless I want to just take advantage of the situation. There's a lot of people speaking about it right now. Why do you think I've taken my time to speak about it? I've taken my time. But I have to speak about it now because everyone wants me to speak about it now. There's a difference. See, when people are messaging me and telling me or seeing me outside and saying, Chai, why haven't you spoken on this, that, and the third? When at that point, they got to remind you, say, bro, we've been following you. This is why you're here. Like, respectfully, can you talk about it, please? So that's what I'm going to go and do, because the man them have told me, go talk about it. Black people focus on the Shadeborough to avoid taking accountability. Morad Morelli was supposed to be rubbed out with his race kinks against black men, but black women are still following him. There you go. And look, imagine this. Black women are following a guy that said race kinks, and you're following him. Why would you follow a man? Like, do you understand? Like, why would you do that as a black woman? Why would you do that? How could you follow someone like that? Like, what do you get from following him? You are part of the problem. You are. If you're a black woman that follows this guy, because I remember all the things that came up, because I don't watch that, I see it before. If you're a guy, you're part of the problem. All right. So here, what we have is this. Yeah, come on, big up African Evans. No, I never use things for clout. Yo, everyone that's on Instagram, hop across to YouTube is the best way to watch it. I'm gonna start streaming. We're gonna start reacting. So I dropped a video today reacting to ELAINE the Pain and someone else. There's quite a lot of videos, and I'm going to react to it because at the end of the day, I've said a lot of things that I've said to make this into an intro, because I wanted to kind of put that out there, and I wanted people to think about themselves and the actions and the whole culture before we start watching this video. I wanted to put that seed into your mind, and I hope we have done that. And I also wanted to remind you of situations such as the Ginger J situation, and mine was nothing like Jay. So do you get me? There's other people, but the reason I want to do that is because I want you to understand, as a close friend to Jay, yeah, and knowing what that did and how big it went worldwide, yeah. You guys didn't care. You did not care, all right? You didn't care, and in actual fact, you was telling him to take his life, all right? Black women was telling him to take his life, all right? If he then took his life, what would you have done? And the maddest thing is, they would install people that would have been justifying it. Just like there's certain people from outside the community basically saying that he took his life because he was guilty and he couldn't live with the shame and all manner of things. All right. They've seen how you do your own people. The world is watching black people. I want you to know the world is watching you and your community. All right. They are watching the dysfunction. They're watching the videos. They're seeing the disagreements. They're seeing all of this 50-50 conversations. They're seeing six figures. They're seeing all of this. And they know you are effed up. And they know you are divided. And they know they can come into your community and take bits what they want. They know they can take your men. They know they can take your women. They know, because you spend all the time fighting each other and destroying your own. And it has to be a disease. It's a disease that stems from slavery. And why do I say this? Because unfortunately, some people won't like this, but some people were not slaves or do not come from slavery lineage. Now, Not everyone that comes from a slavery lineage is going to have this. But the reason I'm going to say this is because there's a thing about selling out your brother. Do you understand? And like, unless you have to work with different types of black people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If everybody worked in corporate or anything there's certain types of brothers that are just solid. Solid. You meet them, they're solid. And there's other brothers. These brothers will sell you out. And these brothers are the types of brothers that would have always sold you out. And they talk about how did slavery last so long? A lot of it lasted so long because people allowed it to, a lot of the times. What does that mean? It means that in order for things to happen, people have to just be docile and just be certain things. So certain of these people have this. They don't have the Kunta Kinte spirit. They have the Toby spirit. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They don't have this spirit. And when you have these guys, you're gonna come into issues. Now here we are. We have an issue within the culture. ELAINE the Pain has spoken out. They're attacking ELAINE. All right. Now, for women to attack another woman, especially someone like ELAINE who's done a lot, it says a lot. It says a lot. So we'll get into this. Jab says, genuine question: if a black brother next who very influential gets found out lying, is very meant to keep quiet if they know the truth because he might off himself. I don't know. Jab. I don't know. But what I would ask you is if we're gonna do the thing where it's about, oh, be kind and all of this stuff, then ultimately no one knows what someone is going to go and do. But if our own media do something and then someone ends up doing something based upon that, we're going to ask some questions. Do you understand? Because I'm not going to make this about him per se. Okay, I come from a Christian faith. So when it comes to suicide, there's only one thing that we believe. All right. But when it comes to demonic possession, when it comes to mental health and other things, I believe you're not in control of these actions. So therefore, it's a demonic action. Do you understand? That's what I believe. That's what I believe. That's a personal belief. Okay. I believe when people do those things, I believe they've something's taken over them. For example, don't want to go too far. I'll come back to it. If when we're watching a movie, a horror movie, and someone has a demonic possession and they're doing something, right? We're all watching it from the POV, the point of view of the person that's possessed or going through whatever they're going through. Everyone in the movie doesn't see it or thinks that person's crazy, right? But we are watching the movie from the POV of the person. So we know that person's not crazy. We just know society can't see what this person's seeing. It's equally like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This person could be going through something or have something, but we can't see it. We can't see it. All right. And we can't see it. So yeah, so we're gonna get into this. I just wanted to do that intro because I thought it was quite important that I just kind of just spend half an hour just kind of just explaining my position and also making you think a little bit about the things that you have done and contribute to and the content that you consume and going on forward. Do you understand? Like, it's not so much about the Shadeborough by themselves. It's more about the people that follow it, the people that thrive off that type of content. Do you understand? Why do you thrive? Why do you follow it? Why do you thrive off that content? And these are the questions you're gonna have to ask yourself. But like I said, I told you why you do it. It gives you an escape from your reality. It allows you to look at other people and you get to point the finger and say, you know what, I'm better than you. I'm all of these things. You know what I'm trying to say to you? This is what it allows. Like, this is what it allows. Do you get me? And you have to start taking accountability for the content you consume. And remember all the comments. Let me remind you something as well. These blogs, they work off engagement. All right. Tradition, this work of engagement. There's all different ways to be monetized, but let's just talk about ad revenue, for example. let's talk about ad revenue example. So a blog like that, you know, they sell advertising, you know, and they're a huge blog, and you know, they'll be working with labels, they'll be working with PR companies, all manner of things, right? TV companies, all manner of things, artists, everything. And based upon their analytics, they can tell you how much reach and, you know, the circulation, and they can tell you everything that you're gonna get, right? And there's a price on that. Cool. So when you comment 1,000 comments hating somebody, or even now when you're commenting, block this, that, whatever, it doesn't matter what you comment. It doesn't matter if you comment, cancel them. Every time you comment, it goes into analytics that shows that it's engaged. So therefore, that page it's a great page. When people want to advertise, they don't care. They just care that people are that enraged or that passionate that they want to comment. So for all you people that think that when you're in the comments and you're saying cancel them, you're not actually canceling them, you're helping them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We're in a different media space now. So the real thing is, the real cancellation is ignoring something. That is the real cancellation. The real cancellation is fully ignoring something. That's how you cancel something. When you don't see anything anymore, that thing is cancelled. When you still talk about it, when you still react, when like that thing is fully active because you're speaking about it. And you know when they say all publicity is good publicity, there's no such thing as bad publicity. This is what they're talking about. Do you get me? This is exactly what they mean. All right. So anyway, let's get into this Elaine video, and yeah, hit the like button, guys. Let's go.
I want to know moving forward is, how are we going to honor Jason? And how are we going to make sure that his death means something? How are we going to show them the consequences of their actions? I feel like this tragedy is something we can all learn from. Rest in peace, Jason. Let me just make something crystal clear to you guys, because there are apparently 2 knuckleheads on TikTok that are accusing me that I'm the one who also spoke badly about Jason. And
so Elaine the Pain has experienced an extreme backlash over a video and some comments that she did about the late Jason Ardey, who unfortunately took his own life, with a lot of people putting it down to the coverage he was getting due to the plagiarism claims around him. Okay, cool. But Elaine did a video and she has since deleted the video, but a lot of people now are really coming at her. I'm talking about women, a lot of comments, to the point where she's had to delete the video and had to do a reaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play Elaine's video, and also one of the people that's coming at Elaine. And there's so many people that if I had to put the clip together, it would be like a half-an-hour video. So we're going to split into parts. My name is China, I'm the Man's Voice. If you like the video, then make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells. Yeah, and let's get into this one.
all of those sorts of things.
Come to the front. Where did I DM you? Why would I DM you about mixed people when I'm black? Once again, a prime example of somebody allowing their assumptions to lead them astray. And not only that, you're lying. So not only are you wrong and strong, but you're a liar. Worst combination. I haven't followed your journey. I don't know about past dramas, about why people are offended at what you did and didn't say. All I know is about when you had the maps up and you done the case regarding the sisters from Brighton. I done a video. I said, go check her out. Allegedly, she's done good work. I found out about you from a video from Bouncer. I have never followed your journey. I will never discuss anything with you or expect that you can advocate. You don't even have simple comprehension skills.
You don't even have simple comprehension skills. Nah, Elaine, you're gonna have to what? So this girl is basically, she had a back and forth with Elaine. She's called out Elaine, and you can clearly see from a video that Elaine replied to her, and she's saying, look, I didn't even know anything about you. I found out about you through Bounce, and that was it. Yeah, let's let her get into it.
As it worked her way through the bloodstream. So then at the end of the day, It all comes down to how much does she weigh. But even then, if she said that she blacked out, which is true, which is, again, in conclusion with what studies have proven, it is correct that she did black out and she doesn't remember, because it's even been tied to short-term amnesia, the effects of GHB, which is why we also have another section.
Let me tell you something. So even if she was physically impaired, let's just go with that because that's what you said. There are Snapchats, and she even sent me videos of her dancing and having a wonderful time.
One thing I can't take is liars. At least with a thief, I know they can't be trusted because they want to steal. But a liar is a different level of dangerous. People's talking about cancelling you. I'm the one that's saying that content creators are humans. We make mistakes. Humans are fallible. So don't ever come here and act like.
So yeah, let me pick that up for a second. I just almost knocked to my lap. So she's saying that's one of the girls is having a back and forth with her, and she's basically saying, look, I never knew who he was, and yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, see, let me read some of these things that I post up. The English media have a pattern of this. They did this to Benjamin. Yes, they did. I saw it. R.I.P. Benjamin. This was the first black man I've seen Elaine feel bad for. Elaine the racist. Look, there's a reason why I started my conversation with remember, innit, the things that you've done. Just remember the things that you've done, innit? Like, you have to remember the things that you've done. When you remember the things that you've done, then obviously, you understand? You just got to remember some of the things that you've done. And this is why it can be a humbling feeling. It can be a humbling experience. But at the same time, it could just make you look at yourself a little bit and look at some of the things that you do. That's all it is. But let's get back into it. Hit the like button, guys. Big up the chat. Hit the like button.
I'm a part of some campaign or I know who you are. I wouldn't even talk to you in real life. And when you are not in a position to say knucklehead or Tweedledee and Tweedledum, you're not in a position to call anybody dumb. When you want to dish out them type of insults, you need to put a name on it. What creators are you talking about and what did they say?
So since Tweedledee and Tweedledum don't have two brain cells to rub together, let me tell you why I removed my videos. So I did a 1-minute video and I posted it on TikTok and I posted it on Instagram. And in this post, I was trying to add levity to the situation because I was like, you know what? Let me not take it too seriously and let me just give an unbiased opinion. So I said, rise and shine, it's cussing time. I just want to talk on the Jason Ardey situation.
She said, rise and shine, it's cussing time. So, and this is what I'm talking about, Elaine. This is what I'm talking about. Remember, a man is currently going through what he's going through. Everyone can see what's going on worldwide, right? You decided to make a video and say, rise and shine, it's cussing time. Like, that was what you thought to do. Remember, I could have made a video too, but I said, no, I'm not going to do this to a brother when he's going through something that hasn't even been concluded yet. So what am I making a video for? Like, what am I doing? It's innocent until proven guilty. Some of you guys have forgotten, especially you women, because you just want men to be guilty for everything. But that's another story. We'll get into that one on another stream. Some of you women just want men to be guilty for everything. For everything. It's innocent until proven guilty. If you don't like it, yeah. If you don't like it, you know what? Before I even get into this, yeah, some of you women, yeah, need to understand something. If you don't like the law in this country, if you think the courts are bad in this country, yeah, you need to go to a different country. You do. You need to go to hey man, then pick a country for one of these women to go that say the courts here are unfair. Pick a country in the chat. Pick a country for one of these women to go. Someone look for a court for a country with the worst possible. Furthermore, go to where Shamima Begum is right now. Go to where Shamima Begum is right now. For all you people, all you women that think the court system in this country doesn't favor you, I beg you go to where Shamima Begum is right now. And let me see something. Dagestan, big up Jay Green. Big up Jay Green for that. Man said Dagestan, yes. For all you women that think that this country laws are so bad and they don't help you, you need to move to Dagestan, because let's see how you fare over there. Let's see it, because I'm getting tired of this. I'm going to do this on another stream. I'm really getting tired of some of these women, honestly. Just every day making accusations, every day just trying to destroy men. Some of you is black men. I'm getting tired of it, because accusations, what? No proof. Just bare victimization, bare storytelling. But you hate men like me because men like me were accountable men. You better come with some evidence. I'm not stupid. I went to university. I'm very well read. Like, what are you talking about? I have to listen. I have to believe you because what? You're a woman. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? You don't remember Victoria Everest? Have you forgotten? Do you want me to remind you? I don't believe you women. Why should I? What's wrong with you? Why would I believe you? Why would I believe all women? You guys forgot about the Me Too movement. You ruined that. So if you want to come over here and remember, I'm just it's been a while since I've been speaking. So let me just, if you want to come over here with believe all women, you are stupid. You are stupid. You are sheep. You are like an ant. You have hive mentality and you cannot converse with me. You are dumb. Go and take that to the court. Go and take that to a barrister. Go and take that to the court of, go and take that and see what they say, you stupid fool. I'm tired of this because I'm not having it. So if you want to come with that chat over here, make sure you come with real something, ladies, because you're getting away with too much. And some of you forgot you got brothers. Some of you forgot you got fathers. Some of you forgot you got sons. But guess what? You hate your dads, you hate your baby dads, and you hate your sons too because they remind you of your baby dads. I'm not having it. And I got 3 sisters and I protect my sisters heavily. This is why I speak like this. This is why I speak like this. Because they have a brother and they love their brother. And they have a father and they love their father. And they have sons and they love their sons. So they don't hate men. Some of you women hate men. We don't hate women. And if you hate men, and you're in this culture pushing, and this is part of the problem. All of this is part of the problem. We have people that hate men in the culture. We have women that hate men in the culture. And until we're willing to tackle this, it's going to keep happening because people are pushing agendas based on the fact they just don't like men. And ladies, if you don't like men, I'm going to say this again. I have to remind you. If you don't like men, take yourself away and go and date each other. I have to keep reminding you. If you are talking about, it's not all men, but it's always a man, well then go and date women then. Just go and date women. Just go over there and date each other. We don't care about you. Like, there's bare lesbians. Like, go over there. It's 2026. It's fine. We don't care. Go and date each other. But what we will do is we will care about the women. We will care. Big up. Oh, look, she's like, okay, big up all the bisexual women in the chat. They're actually saying, okay, crazy. This is what we're doing. They're like, okay, but I'm serious. Who's going to pick up the bill? Let me know. Let me know who's going to pick up the bill, Birdie. Let me know who's going to pick up the bill when you go out with the girls. But I'm serious. If men are all of these things, then just go and date the men. Sorry, just go and date women. Just leave the men alone. Stop turning up at all the functions where the men are. Yeah. Yeah. Like, so I'm saying, like, just stop it. Why were all you girls making Arsenal content, talking about videos, going to the football? What are you doing? Why was you at the parade? Why was you there? It's bare man there, right? You should feel nervous, right? What are you doing? Let me tell you, man, them how this thing goes. Wherever the man them are, the women will find themselves. Like, you know when people say, oh yeah, men will go to where the women. Of course, men will always go to where the women. But why are women pushing themselves into men's spaces for? Aren't we dangerous? What are you doing there? Like, so I'm saying to you, hey, niggas, niggas, do you want to chat? You're getting a very emotional in the chat. Do you want to chat? Do you want to come into the chat? Because you're crashing out. You sound like a divester, top swirler. Do you want to chat? Because you're Like, I want to give you an opportunity to chat in the chat. Do you want to come in? Come. This is for you. Anyone that wants to jump into the chat, you know what? Let me stop. If I was about to get into the video, this is for you. If you want to, but you have to have your camera on. You have to have your camera on. Cynthia G is right. Cynthia G is right. He only need a wig. I need a wig. You need a. If I need a wig, you need a. What do you need? You need a beard cutter for your beard. Yeah, you need a trim for your beard. Babylon, Ukraine, Negroid. Conquered, defeated bandits. I'm Eritrean, homosexual, born and raised in Denmark. Put some respect on black women. I only dated Nigerian men and download Jamaican bisexual. You sound like you need Jesus Christ. You sound like you need a lot of saving. You sound very confused. You sound mad. You sound confused. You sound like you need Jesus. You do. You need some holy water. You need some holy water. That's what you need. You need some holy water and Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You shall not want. You better stop. You shall not want no more. No more Jamaican bisexual, Denmark, dating Nigerians, D-Lo. Crazy. That statement is so mad. Hey, that statement is so mad. Niggas, there's the link. I haven't seen you in the group. There's the link. If you want to jump into the chat, we'll have a quick talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll like chat. You can deal with this person. The Jamaican bisexual got me still. I know, it's crazy. These girls love dating gay men. You know what it is? You women love dating gay men or bisexual men. To be fair, you can't be bisexual. You're just gay. You're gay and greedy. So as a man, there's no such thing as bisexual. You're just gay. Do you get me? Because once you deal with a man, women can be bisexual, but men, you can't be bisexual. You're just gay. All right. You can't just tell me, oh, you know what? At uni, I had 6 months where I just was gay for a little bit. I was like, what do you mean? You can't just be gay for a little bit and then not be gay and be like, I tried, I didn't like it. Of course you didn't. What the? That doesn't make no sense. So you get me? So I'm saying to you. So yeah, Jay, misery love company. I know. Misery needs company. Anyway, let's get back into Elaine, man. Come on, big up the chat gang, guys. Hit the like button. We got a mad Cynthia G divester follower in the chat. The Eritrean bisexual from Denmark. Crazy
situation. And then I went on to say, oh, is there any validity to this situation or is it a witch hunt? Go to my YouTube channel where I flesh out my thoughts and feelings. Now, on my YouTube channel, I came to the conclusion that it was a witch hunt. And I said, Jason, I wish you nothing but the best. And I want you to beat these allegations. And I also said, you will be okay. Yeah, you will be fine. You can move on from this. So, yeah, I just feel like, Jason, listen, I'm going to wish you all the best in your endeavors, in your works, in your studies. Please, you need to like research and you need to like reading because that's something that's important in your field of work. I hope you do beat these allegations because, you know, these YT people have no problem kicking us down a peg or two. Move swiftly on. I don't feel like this would be the end of your career. I don't feel like this would be the end of your
woman.
life.
She said that crazy Eritrean said, she said, we need black people toe tag. I said, what? Toe tag? Nah, you crazy. You trying to, what? I'm going to block you with your crazy self. Like, this is what I'm saying. Some of these women are so possessed. Some of these women are so possessed. Look how mad she came in here. Why are you so mad for, man? Jeez, relax.
Start again somewhere else and be perfectly fine. The white people do it all the time. Anyway, guys, that is my episode. That is what I said. So I removed my videos because I heard that he passed away. And out of respect for Jason and his family, I did that. Any normal human being with a blood clot heart would do that. So I'm not sure what bumberholes there are interpreting it as me piling onto Jason and all of those sorts of things. Yo, listen, Don't play with me, you understand? Because every single one of you are dirty, stinking hypocrites. Because the same ones that are talking about, oh, we need to hold these people accountable and all of these sorts of things, you're trying to go for me. And you're whipping up hate against me. Think about it for a second and use your GCSEs.
Okay, so here's the problem, Elaine. All right. Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Elaine the Pain. People are whipping up hate against you. But you have whipped up a lot of hate, an immense amount of hate for other people and groups. All right. So now people are whipping up hate against you. It doesn't feel nice. You was in tears. You already, it doesn't feel nice. But when you're doing it to other people, do you care about what that other person feels like? Do you care about how that affects that person's family? No, you don't. So this is what I'm showing people. Like, you didn't care about Ginger J, you didn't care about me, but you did it anyway. With all the countless people you've done it to, you didn't care. But now you want people to care about you, and women are extreme backlash at the moment around your name from women, from the same women that had you talking mad to us black men. This is your women turning on you, Elaine. These are your women turning on you. It's not black men. These are your women that are trying to erase everything that you've done. So just remember, this is why I said it's about a cultural thing right now. Look at this and make this a teachable moment. Make this the moment where you change, because you keep finding yourself into these things, Elaine, and you can't handle it. You keep crying online, keep apologizing. Like, you cannot handle this. You are not the person to speak, Elaine. You keep putting yourself in the positions. You are passionate. You love black people. That I will give you. But you're not intelligent, articulate enough to lead the movement. You are not the one. You are rude. You are loud. You're belligerent. You're disrespectful. You're sarcastic. That is not a leader. Even now, you're trying to, and you're insulting the people. That is not a leader, Elaine. That is not someone that we want representing black women. My mother, my sister do not speak like you speak. And you want us to get behind you. That is something we cannot do. But what I can do is get behind not cancelling you, because you do not deserve to be cancelled. But you need to learn. You need to go pick up a book. You need to go and learn and go pick up a book. And you need to go learn how to articulate yourself. You need to learn people skills, because you don't have them. And you will never get past go. You just won't. And this is advice from a black man. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm not the one that's crying on the internet. I'm not the one that's made the video. I'm not the one. Do you understand? It's not me. You guys thought you could cancel me. You thought you could cancel me. You thought you could cancel Ginger J. You didn't care about our mental state. You didn't care. When everyone's making videos about me, about cancel China, cancel Ginger J, hates black women, hates all, you guys did not care. All of a sudden, you want us to care. But you don't care, and I know it's fake. I'm going to just remind you of what you do. I'm just reminding you of what you guys do. And you hate that, right? You hate a mirror because you always want to blame the white man. We're not blaming the white man. We're not blaming the Telegraph. We're not blaming none of these people. We're blaming black culture. That's what we're blaming. We're blaming you guys. Because you guys, just because we're stronger, just because Ginger J's stronger, just because all these other people are stronger, doesn't mean they didn't contemplate these thoughts. Doesn't mean they didn't not want to be here. I could show you, if I scroll for all the hate messages I got from, like, seriously, you guys, shut up, man. Don't ever come with this again. Don't you ever try to virtue signal again, because I will remind you who you guys are. You guys love dysfunction. You love dysfunction. You love fuckeries. You love it. You love it. You love it. You love drama, but you just want it to be from other people. You just don't want it over there. You want to finish work, you want to come home, you want to scroll, and you want to point your finger and be holier than thou. But you're not better than us, because we put ourselves on camera and we share our moments and we can mess up because we're human. You guys want to act like you, just what I'm saying. You guys want to, and it's not about me, remember. But I'm reminding you, it's about you and what you do. And I'm reminding what you did to me. I'm reminding what you did to Ginge. I'm reminding what you did to other people, to remind you that any one of us could have followed suit, but we didn't. Why? Because we're strong. And I believe in and I believe in God, and that could never be. And I told you already, my faith. Where would I go? Oh, I believe I'll go to hell. So I could never do such a thing. No one could ever break me. I will never allow that. But I just want to remind you, it's relative. You can't compare what someone else is going through with what you're going through, because it's all relative. The moment where a blog page with close to 1 million followers post you up, people start with agendas, people making reaction videos one after the other because people want to make, you guys are hypocrites. Every one of you that made a reaction video on Ginger J, you are a hypocrite. Shut your mouth. Don't you ever. Every one of you that made a reaction video on Ginger J, you are a hypocrite. I don't want to hear you talking about RIP Jason Ardey, because it could have easily been RIP Ginger J. But he's stronger than that. I don't want to hear you guys come over here virtue signaling to me. It won't work over here. I will call you guys out and I will remind you. I will remind you. Clip this up. We will clip this up and I will remind you. You guys didn't care about Ginger J. You was wishing death upon him. You was literally wishing death upon him. Now you want to blame the mainstream media and Shadeborough. No, blame yourself. Blame the toxic culture that allows this to manifest. Blame yourself. Until we're ready to start taking accountability, none of this thing's going to end. Nobody's whipping up hate against her. She's just been held accountable and it looks like hate to her. Look, Busy, I agree. I do believe she's been held accountable. There are some people, but look, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, when you start to get held accountable, it might feel like hate. But is it hate? I don't know. Accountability, it might feel like hate. Whatever it is, you're experiencing something now that you have had the part to play with your huge platform to other people. And you didn't care when it was other people. And I'm naming Ginger J because you had a part to play in that. And you even mentioned his name recently when you're talking about all the people you bun out of here. What do you mean you bun Ginger J out of here? Are you mad? You don't see him doing his thing. You can't bun us out of here. What makes you think you can get us out of here when we all monetize on multiple platforms? How are you getting us out of here? With what? With how are you getting us out of here? You're not getting people out of here. Shout out to Letter to a Black Man. We got another screening coming out for everyone that signed up to the mailing list. You'll be getting a message about you can get tickets to go and see it. You can't, this whole thing, but I'm just reminding you that you guys want to cancel people, you want to destroy people's lives, but then you want to, then when it happens to someone else, you want to start talking about, oh, Carolyn Flack. Blood, what do you mean Carolyn Flack? You guys forgot about Carolyn Flack straight away. What are you talking about? And you guys forgot about Carolyn Flack. What are you talking about? Already you guys are back in being toxic in Love Island. What do you mean about be kind? You guys, it's rubbish. You don't even believe what you say. Stop it. Because you're not ready to be held accountable. You're not. And let's just remind you of Carolyn Flack. Obviously, be kind. But remember, she hit her boyfriend over the head with whatever it was. It looked bloody. Then she got arrested for it, the papers, and then she took her life. Very sad story. Very sad story. Just reminding you. We don't care, man. And I want to remind you, you don't care. So stop it. All you people raising money for a man that took his life because his community didn't rally around him and made him feel like he was alone. Now you want to raise money for him. But in the beginning, you was raising money for yourself because you were all making reaction videos on a case that has not even finished yet. And this guy wasn't as strong as me. He wasn't as strong as Ginger. He wasn't as strong as Noel Clark. He wasn't as strong of all these other people that get posted on the blogs and they turn out like, yo, things carry on. He wasn't as strong. And he took his life. And now you guys want to pretend like you wasn't in the comments. I'm going to show you some of the comments. You know why? I'm going to show, but we'll get back to Elaine, but I'm going to show you some of the comments because you guys, I'm going to remind you and show you guys who you are.
Please. You're holding lives and you're whipping up hate against me, you dirty, stinking hypocrites. How blood clot ironic is that? Yeah? Listen to me when I tell you, you people are not going to tear me from limb to limb. I've had enough. I've done too much for black people and I've lost too much. Yeah? And if you don't believe me, let me reel off my blood clot CV. When Marcus Vakana got locked up, I was the first one on it, yeah? And I said, yo, we need to do something about this. I sat on live for hours advocating for Marcus, pushing his GoFundMe, understand? Because I said, no, he needs money out there. We need to help him. And then when he passed away, I went to his vigil. I cried for days, you understand? I did another video on this little boy, yeah? Because he was let down by a group of people who were supposed to protect him. I was on live for hours saying, how do we change this as a community? When Deesh brought out her story, and it moved me to tears because I was like, she's had twins and they let her go through this. Nah, I'm going to amplify it and I'm going to host the Deesh on my panel because we need to talk about how they treat black women in maternity. Where were you? Where were you when I spoke about Kerry Ann Knight, yeah? This black soldier who was literally bullied, yeah? And ridiculed in the army. And I said, you know what? I need to put this story out. Where were you? I remember I went viral for cussing about Ibrahim Traore and how we need to rally behind him and protect him. Where were you? When Eni Aluko was going through it with Ian Wright and she was getting dragged, yeah, across white media. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make 2 or 3 videos in support of Eni because they can't do this. Because it's one thing to chastise her about a job and it's another thing to actually bully this woman out of a job.
One thing I will say, and this is one of the reasons why I was saying, oh, it's not about cancellation, because look, she does a lot. And this is what I'm trying to say. You do a lot, like in the sense of you definitely care about the community, you care about black people, especially black women, you do. So now you're in a scenario where black women are essentially trying to get you out of here. Like, and it's not the first time, Elaine, like there's other stuff as well they're trying to get you out of here for. So it's like your core audience, your demographic, the people that essentially are supposed to have your back, this is what's happening now. But when you're showing your history, she have a history of caring and doing bits for the black culture. Do you understand? But look how you found yourself. And this is partly because we have a scenario when someone goes against the grain, with, you know, it gets met with all of this. And it should never be a cancellation thing. It should be a teachable moment. It should be other things, but it should not be, oh, this is good. No, cancellation. It shouldn't be that.
Where were you when Del Boy said, you know what? Let's boycott these hair products. I said, cool. Where do you need me? How can I help you? When I took my own money, yeah, and I said, you know what? I want to do an event to give back to black women because they've supported me so much. My event was called Sis Fix Your Crown, yeah? Where were you? These were the stories that I spoke about day in, day out. So no bumper hole can come and tell me nothing.
And here's the problem, Elaine. No bumper hole can come and tell me nothing. You cannot be the leader. You cannot be taken seriously. And this is how you speak. I'm sorry. And this is the issue. One of the issues here. This is a very deep issue. You cannot be the leader of a community. You cannot be a leader of a community and you insult people that don't agree with you. It just can't work. and nobody's going to take you seriously, and you cannot be a representative of black women. I'm sorry. And black women, if this is the best representative that we have, then we need to ask ourselves some serious questions, and you women need to ask yourselves some serious questions. All right? Unfortunately, this is where we find ourselves. We cannot be speaking to the people that make up our culture and our community like this and expect to be taken seriously, or expect for people to truly rally around you. So you need to ask yourself, what are you trying to do? Elaine, what are you trying to do? Ask yourself seriously, what are you trying to do? Are you really trying to heal our community and get us to work together? Africans, Caribbeans, diaspora, are you really trying to do that? Or are you really trying to just create fractions, like real issues in the, like, what are we trying to, because if you're trying to do the first thing, then you're going to have to listen to the people. You cannot insult them because they are coming for you. Do you know how much people come for me? Like, do you think I can you think I can just respond like that? You guys criticize me as it is. Elaine, do you think I could do what you do? Oh, everyone, do you think I could literally just do what you do? And you think people will take me seriously or label me as an angry, aggressive black man? Seriously, Elaine, do you think I could scream, shout, bumper hole, bumper clock? Do you think I could do all of this? And do you think people would say, oh, that's a great representation of black men? You'd be one of the people that would be trying to pull me down. Look what you did to Ginge. Could you imagine if I presented myself like you present yourself, Elaine? Could you imagine I presented myself like how you present yourself? Let me show you how you present yourself. Let me remind you. God, this is not an end. Like, let me show you.
You understand? Let me show you what kind of dirty, stinking hypocrites you are. These black people in November, when I took a stand for you and I said, no, we need to boycott certain communities because we need our own. Every single one of these people literally crucified me. Look, every single one of these people crucified me in November. Where were you? Huh? I can't hear you. When I went, by myself to Brighton, because I said, you know what? I want to pay my respects and I want to support the Adetoro sisters. Where were you? Because I did that on my own. Where were you? Where were any of you? You people are trying to take me down and it will never happen. So carry on, because when you're done hyping on my name and you go back to your shitty content, let's see how many likes and views you actually get.
Yeah, but you done the same thing, Elaine. You done the same thing to Ginger J and countless other people. I'm using Ginger J because that's my boy and I know exactly what you did. But everyone did the same thing. It was everybody wanted to make a video about Ginger J virtue signaling. Bear man, some of you man make me sick. All of you black men that made videos about Ginger J, but you don't even date black women. Shut your mouth. How dare you? Your baby mom's not even black, but yet you're over here trying to cap for black women for views. And bro, you men are the worst. You men are the worst. You black men fought you. I saw all of you. You wanted to make videos about Ginge because the algorithm, and any black man that made a video about Ginge, you man don't even date black women. You don't even date black women, but yet you want to be out here. And this is what I mean about some of you black women, is that how easy it is. All a man got to do is say, oh, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, he supports black women. No, he doesn't. His baby mom's not even black. How does he support you? He didn't even want to breed you. Don't piss me off. But you man wanted to try to, use Ginger J's moment. So I'm going to remind you, Elaine. I'm going to remind you, man them. Do you get me? Because you don't like being reminded. You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. How many videos did you guys make? Millions. How many videos did you guys make on Jay? How much money, if we go and look at all the monetized, how much money did you make off Jay? Shut your mouth. You man don't even date black women, but you was the first to make videos. Oh, protect black women. How you protect black women? You ain't even got one in your house to protect. And I'm not saying you got to, but I'm saying Don't try come over here and try to do that. Oh, well, all about black women, when your baby mom's not black. What are you talking about? You're a hypocrite. Shut your mouth. You man them, and this is what I'm saying. Cancel who, man? Cancel me? Are you joking? Are you all right? Cancel who? Cancel Ginger J. Are you all right? Is that what you wanted to do? Well, guess what? And this guy's actually cancelled. He's not going to be here anymore. And guess why he's cancelled? He's cancelled because of the culture you created. The toxic culture you created allowed to fester to the point where we don't care about people no more. We think these things don't make sense anymore. We think this don't matter no more. But it does matter. So don't come over here trying to hypocrite when you tried to cancel me for defending my sister and my family. But in real life, everyone's coming up to me and telling me, oh, try. Bruv, don't worry about the internet, man. You're the realest. Anyone says anything, no, don't worry, try. But the internet's not the real life. The internet, certain people try to think they could. Let me tell you something, innit? You cannot cancel me. I want to keep saying this. You cannot cancel me. And why would you want to? What do you get from cancelling me, cancelling a black man like you, trying to come up? What do you get? Am I on mainstream TV? Why you wanna try to stop my paper? Why you wanna try to stop my opportunities? Why would you want to do that? You evil? You got slave mentality? You want to sell out your brother? I don't understand that. But I do understand it. A lot of you guys hate your lives, and you hate the fact that other people are doing things while you're scrolling at home, hating your job. Yeah, hating the fact that you ain't got no man in the home. You hate all of these things, your reality, and then you get on your phone and you see us and you're like, nah. You go behind and the worst people, you go behind your burner accounts. This one here is the worst type of person. Let me address you burner people, because I'm gonna show you. I am the Mandem's voice. I'm back in this, baby. I'm back in this. I have to be. You guys were in my DMs telling me, Chai, where are you? You are not the Mandem's voice if you do not pull up. I took that kind of person. I was like, what? What do you mean I'm not the Mandem's voice if I don't pull up? What? Are you mad? Bro, man's been the Mandem's voice. So now man had to pull up. So I'm saying, like, let me read some. Elaine, who said she had the backup, was calling the feds. Yeah, that was crazy still. I can't lie. I didn't rate her. There is no official black community in the UK. There's no structure, unity, or strong, genuine representation of black excellence. Rappers are the worst and wastemen. Bro, let me tell you something, innit, yeah? Let me tell you something, bro. You see what, yeah? Big up Dems, man, for that, man. Big you up. Bro, you have to understand, for the last 20 years, 30 years, whatever, bro, the same people, the leaders, or whatever you guys want to call them, the people in the culture that have been out here marching and doing, they're the same people that have been talking for time. The same people that have been talking for time. The same people that have been talking for time. The same people that have been talking for time. But hold on a second, you get me? What I'm going to do is, I'm going to play Elaine the Pain. I'm going to play Elaine the Pain, and then we're going to just get into it. Let me play Elaine the Pain. Hold on one second. Let me.
Enough's enough. So fuck you very much and have a good day.
The truth of the matter is this. Elaine the Pain is an advocate for black women and for black men and for the culture. Does she get it wrong? Yes. Has she got it wrong? Yes. And will she get it wrong again? Yes. But does that mean she should be silenced and not have a voice? No. And this is coming from someone who has had public, I would say, back and forth with Elaine the Pain or disagreements. And I still believe she does a good job. She gets it wrong, and she may need to take some guidance at certain times. But do I believe she should be cancelled and women should be coming at her for getting all the work that she's done? What this Jason Ardey situation, untimely death, unfortunately, suicide, is created, it's a deep rift. And they're trying to talk about the right wing and the mainstream media, but it's not really that. The rift is really within our culture and our community, about people that want better for us and other people who don't. And when I say want better, that includes sometimes you have to call out your own, okay? And was her video about Jason distasteful and insensitive? Yes, 100%. And I never did a video on him because I didn't think you should do a video on him when he was going through what he was going through. But at the same time, I also understand that what they're doing to Elaine is wrong. And especially as women, if it's a sisterhood, you should come together and allow not our differences to divide us. and let's see where we can work together. But that's what I think. You guys let me know in the comments. My name is Chan, I'm the man's voice. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell so never miss an upload. And if really in your bag, hit us with a super chat. And we are out. R.I.P. Jason Ardey. My mic's not even on. I'm there just talking away. Sorry, man. Let me say that again. I kept it to the end because R.I.P. Jason Ardey, rest in power, 985, 14th of August, 2026. An academic, author, educator, and thought leader. A brilliant mind, a trailblazer, a voice for equity and inclusion, an inspiration to many. Your work, impact, and legacy will continue to live on. R.I.P. Jason Ardey. All right, big him up, man. I wanted to just keep that on the screen for a second. So, you're seeing what's kind of going on with Elaine. You're seeing, obviously, what's going on with the Shadeborough, and they've lost, you know, I think they've lost like over like 80,000 followers or something. That's a lot of followers to lose. They still got 916,000 followers, I think, but it's kind of just an indication to kind of where people are, like, and what people are thinking. Do you get me? That, like, yeah, it's kind of indication to kind of where people are. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up some more clips, to kind of because this is about kind of showing people what this culture does. So you saw this lady before, this young lady before. She does reactions. I'm not quite sure. Oh, there's an IG. So she's now going back and forth with Elaine. So now we're gonna listen to what she has to say.
I'm going to be very direct now. Before I even respond to her video and what she said,
let me just make something crystal clear to you guys, because there are apparently 2 knuckleheads on TikTok that are accusing me that I'm the one who also spoke badly about Jason and all of those sorts of things. So since Tweedledee and Tweedledum,
I've seen so much comments where like people are like, oh yeah, as a community we should stick together. Sticking together and being one means that we need to be able to communicate, okay, and we need to be able to agree to disagree and hold each other accountable. Life is not a walk in the park, especially when you are Black. You go through so much challenges on a daily basis. So if you do something wrong, expect to be corrected, as long as that correction is coming from a place of love. If someone has malicious intent and they're just jumping on you, that's totally different. But people should be able to tell you where you're going wrong, especially when you've built a following and you're acting like you're a leader for the Black community, which you're not.
Okay, so this is what I said. Remember, I literally said, and here's the problem, Elaine. I said, it's how you speak to people. And I don't care what anyone tells me. If you tell me as a grown person, if you tell me the way she communicates, that is the best possible way we can communicate, then I already know your kids are one of the kids that are riding around on these e-bikes stealing phones. If somebody raised these kids and there's never no accountability when all these kids are doing a mad thing at Southend train station, where are the parents? Where are the parents? Do you understand? Because you people lack accountability. You don't want to be accountable. This is why we have all the scenarios we got here. You want to blame what's that guy, man? What's Sadiq Khan supposed to do? Like, really and truly, he's supposed to do stuff, but Sadiq Khan didn't tell your son or to get out tonight and go and grab a knife and put in his. No, Sadiq Khan did not tell your son to do that. Why your son did that, or why you didn't teach your son not to do that, is the reason why we have this scenario. Has nothing to do with Sadiq Khan. All Sadiq Khan can do is lock up your kids. All he can do is lock up your kids. Because do you get me? So if you don't discipline your kids, the government will discipline them. This is very simple. It's very simple. If you don't discipline your kids, that's fine. Once they get of certain age, the government will discipline your kids. And when your government disciplines your kids, you know how this goes. So it's up to you. It's up to you. You discipline your kids, teach them right from wrong from early, or you don't. And you let them make up their own way. Let them get outside influences at a young age, not understanding the what. And then, you know what I'm saying? Very simple. But let's get back to
a well-organized lie is better than a disorganized truth. So it's not what you're saying, it's how you deliver. You're always insulting people, your own people, matter of fact. And you don't like to be held accountable. Like what? You was just at Jason Arday's day yesterday in Central, and then now you're on the internet cussing. 1 minute you're laughing when really we know you want to cry.
Oh.
And then you're cussing the next day.
Whoa, I can't lie. This one is feisty. She said, hey, one day you're laughing when you know you want to cry, but I'm not lying. A woman is saying to, but I said this earlier on, and I said, you're not built for this because you're always crying. You're always crying and apologizing. That's not like, look, like her or don't like her, Candace Owens, like, look at Candace Owens. She's unapologetic. No matter what room you put Candace Owens, she's going to be the same. She's not going to fold, no matter where you put her. So it doesn't matter if you like her or you don't like her. You just know when Candace Owens steps into a room, you're going to get the same Candace Owens. You know what she stands for. You know her views. You know what she stands for. You're going to get the same. But some of you guys don't. You flip-flop. So Elaine, if that's who you're going to be that person. But you got to be that person all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that person all the time.
So what is going on with this split personality? Like, who are you really? That's number one. Number two, you're talking about knuckleheads. You're just insulting people. Put a name on it. So that's that. And then you want to talk about all the stuff you've done. If you do things out of the goodness of your heart, you're not going to mention what you've done. We've had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, who helped deliver people from slavery to freedom. That's what their cause was. They was being practical on a daily basis, helping slaves get free. You never ever heard them use what they've done against people. Like, oh, I done this for you and I done that for you.
And this is the thing. And if, you know, I didn't know, I haven't watched this. This is the video because this wasn't in my initial video. I have to do a separate reaction for this one. I haven't watched this, all right? I've watched it now, and she's cooking. She's like, end of the day is we've had amazing leaders within our culture, whatever you want to call it, man. Historically, black people or whatever. Like, you don't all the amount of things that I do. So, but I don't always say. Sometimes I'll say what I do or show what I do to inspire others to do the same. But majority of the time, when I'm giving stuff away, when I'm helping people, when I'm doing things away, I don't say the things that I do, because I don't like, when you give with the right hand, the left shouldn't see. There's a saying. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But sometimes you show your works, your good deeds, because it inspires other people to do good deeds. But if you just show it every single day, then, you know, it could be a little bit egotistical. Do you understand? But if what you do, or if it encourages other people to do it, for example, let's say you're a social media guy and you go out there and you give money and you do things, or you help people, homeless people, if that then inspires other people or creates money or branding where you can go help other people, then I get it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's something I get it. It's still helping. It's helping in your way. Do you get
it? That's not genuine. And all this entitled behavior is just delusional. When you're on the internet, you are open to criticism. People's gonna say stuff against you. They're not gonna like you just for being you. But blind loyalty is crazy. Like, whilst I'm here and I'm online, I don't want people to agree with everything that I do. I expect to be held accountable. And where you went wrong is when a woman's come out, told her story, even if you saw the evidence, you held a 9-hour live. You came online, you made allegations, told a woman she's lying when she said that she was raped or whatever the story was. Yeah, you told a woman that she was lying, then you held a 9-hour live, tearing her down. And that's where the issue began. People didn't agree with you. They withdrew their support, but you still have supporters. So what is the problem? It's given entitled, or like you want everyone to agree with your nonsense. And that's not how it works. Now, Bad to Bad, Bouncer does videos, but he doesn't do lives. You've done a live interrogating. Who are you to interrogate? A medical student has come up, someone who is younger than you, they know what they're talking about, and you're being rude to them because you can't even comprehend what they're saying. I can't take people who are wrong and strong. A life hack is understanding that not everything is about us. And even though we may be self-centered, we need to know that there's a time and a place. And even if we make it about us, think to yourself, like, you know what, this isn't about me right now. Because there's no comparison between you and Jason. He is completely innocent. He's never come online and insulted anyone. You are always airing out your mouth. And let's understand that not everyone knows us. Bad to Bad, whether you like him or not, Bouncer gives a lot of people exposure. I didn't even know. And when I first found out about Elaine, she advocated for the sisters in Brighton. And I put her clips supporting her in my YouTube. So if I can support you when you're doing well, what makes you think that I wouldn't comment when you're doing foolishness? This video is at Elaine the Pain because she's always insulting somebody and airing out her mouth. And I'm going to be very direct now.
So yeah, so that was the girl, and this is where we find ourselves. I think
Elaine,
I think where we find ourselves with scenarios like this is this. You know, this is your demographic, right? And like you said, she said she was supporting you or whatever she was doing in it, yeah. And then you found yourself, you know, and then you found yourself into where you found yourself. Let me see. Is this another video that she did?
So Elaine the Pain does a video, and I want to use this for reference because there's a time and place, and we need to understand that not everything is about us. Now, she was very vulnerable, and this is something that I appreciate because it's extremely hard to do, especially on camera. Now, she may have good intentions when doing her content, but there's no comparison between her and Jason Ardey because Jason is completely innocent. He hasn't done anything wrong. Allegations have been made against him. They wasn't proven to be true. You know, he hasn't offended anyone in any way. Whereas Elaine has offended people. Her delivery, her choice of words can be very harsh, very offensive, you know? So I feel like there's no comparison and there's a time and place when we make it about us. Sometimes you might want to make it about you, then you have to refrain from doing so for the simple fact that, you know, you understand that there's a time and place. But I definitely agree that everyone needs to be considerate with the comments they're making against people, including creators, because you never know the effect your words has on somebody's mental health. And my question is, what actions are we taking as a collective regarding the modern day lynching against Jason Ardey? Because we've seen it. We have seen what the media has done. And if it was a creator, you know, we will go against them. So what are we doing? Let me know your thoughts, guys. Comment below. So Elaine the Pain does a video, and I want to use this for reference because there's a time and place.
All right,
and
cool.
we need to understand that not everything is about us.
So this is kind of what's going on, all right? And I think this is a teachable moment because in moments, where's my phone? I think it's a teachable moment because it's a time where you can learn from something or you can not. Why do man care about this liar? Black people seem to only care because he had black skin. Mickey, Moolah, real. You're not black. You're not Santo. I mean, is that whiteface? If he was white, would anyone give a shit? Yeah, Mickey, I would care. Of course I would give a shit. It's not because he's black. If they did it to a white guy, I would care. So seems like another false flag event. Can't lie. His whole skin color nonsense needs to end. The world has turned into brain dead emotional. Nah, it's not about skin color. It's not. It's not about skin color. But I think the problem happens is when we see people that have been through similar academics and they haven't been treated the same, or they get the worst treatment, and then we call it out, and then people say it's not about skin color, but then we can look at in other scenarios where it was white academics and no one cares, but yet something which is still under investigation was being dealt with, has been treated like a man has just been convicted. Do you understand? So you have to look at the way things play out and how media does everything. But this is not about blaming the mainstream media. This live was not about blaming the mainstream media. Yes, they contribute and have a part to play. This live was more about this live was more about accountability for us within the culture, about the things that we consume, the topic, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what this was about. It's about stop pointing fingers at the Shadeborough, stop pointing fingers at Elaine and everybody else. It was about looking in the mirror and pointing fingers at yourself and saying, what culture have we allowed for this to allowed it to happen? Do you get me? So I'm saying to you, so yeah, it is what it is, man. Like if he was black, no one would have batted an eyelid. I don't know, man. I don't know. White people get a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that, man. To be honest with you, you're allowed to feel how you want to feel if that's what you feel when you feel safe. But I don't feel like that, man. I'll keep it 100 with you. I don't feel like that. But if that's the way you feel, you know, Elaine only has energy for black men. Let's just say it how it is. No, I won't say it how it is, because recently she's come at a few women. She has a lot of energy for black men. Yeah, I'll put that through. But she, you know, I believe she calls out women as well. I believe she calls out women too. She did call out Elaine. She did call out Victoria Everest, I believe. So I believe, look, I don't expect her to be fighting men's battles, but I do expect them to be impartial. Do you get me? So I'm saying, Mickey, you're allowed to feel how you want to feel, Mickey, man. Like obviously, but he was black in it, so do you get me? She called it the Asian man them. Yeah, I was, you know, I was one of the people that like I spoke about that. Like, you get me? And look, the reason why she's not very intelligent is because anyone that has spoken to her about business, about banking, even about just, there's a lot of Asian people in business and banking and branding, right? So, for example, if you were trying to get your funding or your black this or whatever, then you would have needed bank support and needed certain things. You know how much Asian people work in banks? So you unless the black the black community are going to fund you, and when I say fund you, it's not just the money. They give you the infrastructure, the tools, the guidance, the management to do the things you want to do. All you've done is ruin all the opportunities that you have, because so many black men do business with Asian people. It's just what it is. So many white men do business with Asian people. It's just what it is. Go look at Asia. And when I say Asia, the countries that make up trade partners, go and look at all the places they do business with. Like, you're looking at it from such a, you know, it's just, you're just looking at things from literally how a 5-year-old will look at business. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't even understand the levels, how this thing works and how money works. Because if you did, you wouldn't have done that move that you did, because all you did was alienate a huge part of the business. So, and Asian people do business with black people every single day, no issues. The problem lies when people don't have a business set up. Now, if you had created a shop, or if you had got some of the money together and you created something, yeah, it would have made it easier for the culture to be like, this is Elaine the Pain shop. We're all going to go there and we're going to shop there. None of the people created that or did anything. Do you understand? None of them did anything. And this is the problem. So we want to pull down a hair shop, an Asian man hair shop, no worries. But women need their hair and their hair products. So I don't think they really care who sells it. They just want it to be there. But let's be real. A lot of black people don't want to be in a hair shop every single day. A lot of black people don't want to be in a sweet shop opening at 6 in the morning and finishing at 11 at night. Nah, every single day. Every single day. They don't rate it. They'll shop in there. They'll be outside of it hustling, doing all the things, but they won't realize that shop that's been there selling the penny sweets. Man's been there since you've been young. He's got kids. Well, you think he's not paying for his kids through that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, the Turkish shops everywhere. So it's not that we don't want to start a business. We just don't. It's the types of business that we like to do. Like, we like property. It's fine. We want to do property. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to, all manners of types of businesses, but that's not, we don't want to open up a shop and be there from 11 to 11. No. 24-hour shop. No. Them Turkish shops that open 24 hours, do you know how, that's dedication. So no matter when you want, you can go to the shop. Someone has to create that so you can have the convenience. Because you didn't want to do it. You could have do it. You could do it. You could put your money together and say, I want to open up a shop. What's the problem? Even if it takes you 10 years to do it and you all work slowly, what's the problem? In 10 years, you have a shop and your kids can work in the shop. Everything's fine. But you don't want to do it. So it's very easy to point at other people and to look at all the things that other people do and to say, but you have to look at yourself and say, why are we not doing this ourselves? Yes, it can be harder for us. Yes, these people can put blocks in the way. Of course they can. But that is not you not being able to do anything. Not in a country with so much opportunities. Save your money up. Research your business and take the dive. There's nothing, but that has nothing to do with Asian people and has everything to do with us. And that's just the truth of the matter. Do you get me? And if you want to argue about it, go open up. You better have a shop. If you want to argue against that, you better have a shop. Before you start trying to tell me, make sure you have a shop first. And then I'll listen to you, because I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You know. But if you haven't got a shop, then it just says to me, you want to point fingers, you want to blame everybody else, but you don't want to pay the cost to be the boss. But you want to act like the boss. You want to act like you own the streets. You don't own the streets unless you own the property, the shops, and monopoly. You know how this goes. So, and that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Hold on, go back to it.
Now, she was very vulnerable, and this is something that I appreciate because it's extremely hard to do, especially on camera. Now, she may have good intentions when doing her content, but there's no comparison between her and Jason Ardey, because Jason is completely innocent. He hasn't done anything wrong.
Okay, yeah,
allegations have been made against him. They wasn't proven to be true.
So look. Okay.
To the guy who
okay, I'm gonna react to her content because it seems like she's got quite some bits on it. So I'm gonna react to her content. So remember I spoke about, and I played it before, the guy that said that, oh yeah, he knew him, he went to school with him. So he reaches out, he speaks in it. So let's see what she says.
allegedly went to school with Jason has come out. He's done a video.
Firstly, I want to send my condolences to Jason and his family.
Wild. Listen, I knew it was a joke thing, and I knew it was fraud from man said he was a mute.
I just want to address this because a lot of people, they don't understand principle. They don't understand it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And the issue isn't you sharing your truth, but it's your intention. And from what I saw...
Oh, of course, London Open TV's in the comments. Daryl, if what this guy is saying true, he did nothing wrong. This is the internet. If someone becomes famous and lied about their childhood, somebody will come out from your childhood. We're on the witch hunt again. But if it's not true, it's a whole next argument. Daryl, London Open TV. Guys, of course he's going to be there. You're like ELAINE the Pain's. You're ELAINE the Pain's little bitch boy. Pardon my language. But you are. you are Elaine the Pain's little. Is that your brethren? He's an idiot. Is that your friend? My brethren Dow, you know. Your brethren is an idiot. Yo, I thought it was cool. I did. Till he tried to come onto Elaine and him tried to do some idiot thing over me. Like, do you get me? Like, what? Are you mad? Then they tried to make threats. Talk about, I was doing debate corner. Shout out to Sterling. Big up the debate corner. Because you know me, whenever China comes to debate corner, it's nothing but viral clips. But then him and his family were trying to send threats. They were trying to send threats. And everybody remembers this following me. But I didn't talk about it because obviously I didn't want to make a big deal about it. Do you know what I'm saying? But they were making threats when I went to Brixton or something. Do you get me? So obviously, I was still gonna do my show because you can't threaten me. Like, what are you talking about? What do you think this is? So man went to Brixton, obviously, but man was yeah, it was nice, innit? And the man, then we was in Brixton, we was comfortable, you know what I mean? But their man made threats and did bare things online. Block man made threats. Like, you see me, I'm not like, you see on the internet, everyone talks about buying, everyone talks about threats. I'm not that guy. If you realize, I don't actually do the back and forth online with the man them because first of all, I got good things that I'm doing. It's bad enough. You see what I'm saying? So I got positive things I'm doing and I'm trying to do more positive things. So I can't just be going mad on the internet with some of you guys who aren't doing anything. It doesn't, when you go the art of war engagement, I have to look at, is it worth my while? It's not worth my while to go back and forth online, to be honest with you. But if you do too much disrespect, you could do it in real life. I prefer real life, not the internet. The internet won't find about it unless you tell them. Because it's not snitching over here. And that's just the truth of the matter. I don't want to go back and forth with men online. If you want to say something and it's that real, then in real life, you deal with it in real life. But you're not going to mess up my opportunities, mess up my money. See what I'm saying? By going back and forth with you online to entertain people that don't care about me, are you mad? What am I going to do that for? I would just link you in real life. Like, when I say link you, I'm not going to come off my job to link you. No, obviously not. Like, that's not about no money. If it's about real money, then we can get in the ring because we stay match fit over it. And man will punch man up in the ring. Like, it's calm. You know, like, that's what I'm on. If it's real, and I've offered this to people before, like, trust me, I'm not going to go back and forth with you online because I'm busy and I got opportunities. We're acting. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm not. But I will call, if I got your number or I'll call you and I say, yo, bro, like, forget all the online thing, real life. That's it. That's what men do. We're not going to do online like girls. Like, that's not what we do because I don't want to get drawn out. A lot of these guys have been extremely disrespectful online. And once you take it past a line of disrespect, I don't want to make videos anymore. I don't want to make videos. So this is just what it's about. Do you get me? You know what I mean? And this is for the real ones. The real ones will know, nah, forget online. If you want to do online, that means you don't want any problems. Because the moment you put it online, you're trying to get me, you're trying to get me shift? Why would you put it online if you wanted real problems with me? You wouldn't have put it online. You would have dealt with it offline. But when you put it online, it lets me know you don't want problems. You want to online back and forth. You're not going to trick me out of my position. Do you understand? I'm putting this out there. Someone says you seem to have grown from your silly online arguments you had prior. Look, bro, like, it's just, if we're having a debate and somebody wants to do whatever, it is what it is. But if you do too much, I'll get up and I'll go. Not because I'll just get up and I'll go and you can meet me outside with no cameras. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, forget trying to prove how bad I am online for people that don't care. Forget that. Just turn off the cameras and you see how bad I am. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just the realness of it. If you want to do it on cameras, you don't want problems. You want police. And you want monetization. Like, do you get me? Like, yeah, like, real shower man will just turn up and put no talk. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want to entertain those types of things because those types of things, all they do, and this is a great conversation about the culture, and this is what I'm trying to talk about what the culture does. Like, let me tell you, look, Little Dirt's going through it right now. Let me tell you how it is, innit, yeah? Cool, innit? You'll seen me have moments online, man them, whatever. If I do them, people start talking about, oh, look at these big man. Oh, look, they're fighting online. Yeah, they criticize, man. Cool, innit? then if someone starts trying to draw me out and I say, you know what, I don't want to go back and forth, I don't want to do whatever, then they're going to criticize man and say, oh, man said this, oh, you're not going to do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Then you go and do something mad, then everyone's going to be like, oh, blood, look at Dig That, look at Dig That, look at Dig That stood on business, 100%. Dig That stood on business. Dig That stood on business, 100%. But where is Dig That now? Dig That had money. Dig That could have, do you know what I'm saying? Patterned. But because of the draw outs, Dig That's now never going to be, like, do you know what I'm saying? He's that's it, he's gone. And everyone's calling him a fool for throwing his future away over jewelry, which he could have brought back and made it back. Is he an idiot? No, he's not an idiot. But look at the decision, and this is what the culture did. The bigger you are, haters, bro. Dig That should have gotten with his life and bought a new chain. Yeah, Dig That should have gotten it. But why am I saying this to you? I'm saying this to you is because I don't perform. I'm not a monkey. I'm not performing for the internet. I'm not performing for people. Like, are you mad? That's not what we're doing over here. I'm not a monkey. I'm not performing for people. I'm not performing for the internet. I'm just saying to you that if you try to do things for validation from people that don't care about you, that don't pay your bills, that don't care about your family, you are going to end up doing something for people that are the same people that are going to turn around and now clown you in the comments. And that's all I'm saying to you. And I understand it. I understand it so clearly. So when I'm telling you, I'm not going back and forth with man them, it's because more time, do you get me? You could just have a conversation and just be like, bro, I'm not going to do that. And more time, people just want energy. They just want to go back and forth. And it's not, and it's counterproductive. So this is just what I'm putting out there. And it's all part of the talk about the culture and how toxic it is. And what we love to see two people go back and forth. And then when someone tells you how it really ends with, everybody want to act all surprised. Oh, like if you support two man them linking up and fighting, you also support two man them shanking each other and shooting each other. You have to. How could you not? You're like, no, I didn't want that fight, but I'm saying it's violence. You don't get to say how it ends. You don't get to say how violence ends once you start. I'm going to remind you. So all you people that advocate for violence, you don't get to say how it ends. And we live in a culture where we know how it ends. I've been stabbed up before. I've said it. I don't care. It is what it is. It happened to me. But because it happened to me, I understand it. And I didn't get stabbed up by black people. I got stabbed up by Turks. That's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother conversation. So when man them come down, like what happened to me, and they're talking about we come down for you, yeah, and I'm saying, what did you come down? What was you gonna go and do? Then everyone's trying to put me on blogs. The Shadeborough trying to post me on their blog, talking about he said this about sickle cell, trying to take things out of context, yeah, trying to make it like I'm talking about a whole people on my own platform, even though the person who had this condition called people down for me. But apparently, I can't protect my sister. Apparently, I can't protect my cousin. I can't be triggered. Could you imagine you people, virtue signal, shut your mouth. I'll protect my family over everybody. And I don't give a damn. I don't need validation from the internet, especially not from the Shadeborough, who are going to push a man to his death. And then this is going to be your moral compass, the Shadeborough. And that's going to be the person that's going to be the people you're going to decide on who has a career or not. Helena and Will, are you joking? Like, you guys will all be ashamed of yourself. Honestly, like, just ashamed of yourself. Like, and that's how I'm feeling. Like, this whole thing has just got me looking at the whole culture and looking at it and just like it's effed. And you guys are all effed. And we are effed. And unless we're really ready to have some, then just like I keep telling you, more of your kids are gonna be lost and stabbed and dead up. Yes, of course. You guys hate it when I say that. Why won't it happen? You don't want to do nothing to make it stop. And when I start trying to point fingers and talking about the broken homes and the lack of fathers, oh, don't blame single mothers. Oh, let's clap again. Cool, no worries. Now we're back to square one again. The majority of these kids that are out there stabbing up people, they come from single mothers. You hate it when I say that. You hate it because single mothers only want praise. You only want praise. You don't want anyone to. Do you get me? You just want praise. You just want praise. Sorry, that's not how this shit works. You just want to get praised all the time. What for? What we praising you for? What we praising you for? But if your son grows up to be successful, you want us to praise you. But then if we say about the father, you be like, no, the father wasn't there. I did it. Cool, no worries. But as soon as something happens with a kid, then when we say, oh, the mother brought up, oh, what about the father? What do you mean, what about the father? If you don't put any accountability on the father, or you don't put any props to the father for when the child turns out well in the absence of the father, then do not put any negativeness onto the father when the child turns out badness in the absence of the father, because you want to pass the buck when it goes bad, but when it goes good, you want to claim all the accolades. It doesn't get to work like that because he's still the seed of the man. So maybe the absence of the man made him do well. Did you ever think about that? Maybe if the father was around, he would have been, yeah, he might not be able to be so tough and become so successful. You can always play this whataboutisms. That's just the truth of the matter. I'm sorry, man, but we got to do better.
That was mocking. That was bullying. He didn't just come out claiming he went to school with Jason and said, oh, I saw him speaking. He saw an opportunity that presented itself and kicked somebody whilst they was low. He wasn't there to congratulate Jason when he was achieving and doing well. He was there to rejoice at his downfall. And that is the problem. And if you do not see this...
Man was at the 2012 games now. They done him dirty. Look, man was all at the 2012 games. Look, he had the... Nah. My man had been doing his thing, man, since... Look, nah, man.
As an issue.
This is so sad. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like at the end of the day is we as a culture have a part to play, because this didn't happen because purely of the right-wing media. It happened because he did not have a safe space within the culture. It happened because we had people taking the mick out of him. So when we're out here marching, going into London, doing all of this, you got to remember you had a part to play. And unless you're willing to be accountable for the part you had to play, like, where do we go from here? Because there's just no accountability being had. Do you understand? And that's what this live stream is about. That's what this live stream was about. That's what it was about. It was about making us look at the things that we have done, the content we consume. You become what you, bro. You say you are what you eat, but it's true though. If you eat all of this content up, it becomes you. You start commenting. You're desensitized. You don't care about people no more. These are just because this is what's been allowed to fester. This is what's been allowed to, you know. So I just wanted everyone to really think. So how you celebrate a fake smart man who was at a high place in the poison system you moan about is no, it's not definition of spirit. It's not about that. I wouldn't take an MBE, so no. Everyone knows how I feel about MBEs. And anyone that takes a member of the British Empire, I can't rate you. Well, I can rate you, obviously, but you know, like, man will take the MBE and then they'll be marching for this guy here. The MBE is supposed to help, right? No, it doesn't. The MBE, look what it did to Wiley. It stops you from speaking out. It doesn't give you more power. It stops you from speaking out. That's what it does. It silences you. And as a black man, African man, Caribbean, I can't tell any Asian person what they should do. But no African or Caribbean descent should take the MBE. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And you could try to figure out, you could try to make it make sense. All the reasons, yeah. I've heard it all before. But once you do that, I never want to hear you, man, talk about racism. You are part of the British Empire. You don't experience no racism no more. You have made it. You get me? I don't want to hear you, man, never talk about problems within the hood. I never want to hear it because you're not in the hood no more. You're part of the empire. So, but guess what? You go there and guess what? You ain't got no power. You ain't got nothing. You have no power. You're just another person that's in there. Now you can't talk about the things you spoke about anymore. Oh, because I'm an MBE. It silences you. The MBE does not give you any power whatsoever. And no African or Caribbean person should be taking it. Simple. Reject it. Like Skepta said, the MBE got rejected. See what I'm saying to you? But you guys want to take it because let's just keep it real. Like, you know what I mean? Just keep it real, man. So I'm saying, just keep it real. Just keep it real, man. I can't. So I'm saying, just keep it real. It's fine. Like, them man saying proper sellout business. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. That's all.
You are part of the problem. Now, his video was a whole load of rumble jumble. I don't think this man is a bad person, but I do think he is a definition of inconsiderate. And there's many people worldwide that's like him because you talk, and you talk, but you don't understand the effects of what you're saying. A lot of people have the mindset of bullies at school. But let's remember, bullies, they always speak and act from a place of hurt. So it's just very annoying, you know. It's disappointing that things have resulted to this, and the way we treat each other is disgusting.
Facts.
Everybody else deals with things in-house, or
Facts.
they don't say nothing at all, or they defend each other. But us, it's just a whole mess. So
Facts.
That's my take, and it's the last time that I'm breaking down principle. To the guy who...
So that was a great take. Bigger up. Yeah, go check out her page. Fly girl, go check out her page. She makes content, right? Cool. Content creator, go check her out. Fly girl, go check out her page. Let me see anything she put.
Everything leads back to the condition of the heart, regardless of race, culture, our differences, and understanding context is so important. Elevation doesn't mean perfection. It just... Let's speak the undefeated Clarissa Shields. Now, she has recently won her fight. This is another example of somebody who is self-centered and...
Okay, let's pull this up because this is part of it.
This is another example of somebody who is self-centered and delusional. You know, a lot of people are double D's, distracted, delusional, and Nathan Koffners is one of them. He's come out tweeting with allegations that people who gathered together at Trafalgar Square to support Professor Ardey came together to unalive him. Like, if he was in London, there would have been a possibility that he would have been unalived. In what world was that gathering to do with you? And this is a whole different level of delusion that we need to pay attention to, because some people, they need help. First of all, he believes, he's done a study that caused a lot of controversy, that believes that white Americans are more superior than black Americans. Like, they are smarter, okay? Academics and intelligence comes down to race and genetics. That's what he believes. So you started this rumor, you started this campaign. You're the one that brought these allegations to public. It all started from you. It's resulted in a very unfortunate, sad, heartbreaking situation to a point of no return. You know you are happy about this tragedy, but clearly it's not enough. You're not satisfied. You're coming out with the victim mentality, making it about you. No one gathered together for you. No one cares about who you are. And this is the level of delusion that people operate at. It is absolutely sickening. Now, I spoke about his study in my previous post, but I haven't done enough breakdowns. And I feel I'm going to get into it tomorrow because it's disgusting. But let me know your thoughts about this, guys. Comment below.
So yeah, so this guy he's done a so-called study, and essentially says that black people are inferior to white people are smart, which is dumb. Well, yeah, and he's saying that he would have been unalived if he stepped into London. Well, you've been saying some mad things. Like, why are you scared? Like, why are you scared now after all the mad things you've been saying? Now you're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna hurt me if I come into London. Like, what? Look at all the mad things you've been saying. Like, yeah, you might want to be worried. I mean, safety. If you're going around saying, you know, some of the most maddest things, yeah, it's what it is.
And indeed, now.
So, and this is what I was talking about. So this would be the right wing media, American media. So what does it say here? It says, yes, white people killed him.
Now that Ardey has taken his own life, as predicted, black activists are claiming that white racists are responsible. So here's one such analysis from somebody calling herself Dr. Shola Mas Shagbamimu. Beautiful name.
This is exactly what you wanted to achieve. I told you. I knew you wanted to kill him or get him killed. I hope you're all satisfied now. Every single one of you bloody evil racists, you white supremacist waste of freaking human space. Those of you who jumped on this bandwagon to publicly execute him for what? Who held him to a different standard that you hold white people and made you all get exactly what you deserve? Every single thing you did in this last 2 weeks, every single one of you that took pleasure and glee, this is exactly what you wanted. You wanted to kill him and get him killed. I hope to God you get everything that you have coming to you. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? You should all be ashamed of yourselves, every single one of you. You are murderers. You are killers.
No part of this story makes me happy, but I also feel no pity for this guy at all, especially now that he's dead. Because of all the selfish, evil, pathetic things this man did, the manner of his death surpasses all of it. And if you're looking for an explanation as to the psychology behind why Jason Ardey took the coward's way out, here's your answer. He was a committed, pathological narcissist to the very end. And he decided that rather than live with the consequences of his actions, he wanted to go out as a victim, as a kind of perverse hero for the swarms of black activists who are always looking for a reason to attack whites, and that's exactly what he's become. And indeed, now that Ardey has taken his own life, as predicted, black activists are.
So you see what's happening. You see what's happening, and I want to read you some comments. And the reason I want to read you some comments is because we don't like it, but this is what we were doing in our spaces to our people. Look. DI elevated someone who did not have the skills, qualifications, the pressure after being found out to be a total fraud and plagiarist. He ended his own life. Whose fault is this? The individuals, all the people and social justice warriors, and what politician that elevated him into a situation that he clearly couldn't handle? Well, even in death, people can't take accountability. So if I scam, it's the white man's fault. If I get caught, also the white man's fault. And in my own guilt and shame, I can no longer live my life. White man's fault. Race hustling, regrettably, a whole industry now. I can't with activists. I just can't. They honestly should be called racist. Are they tried to cause racial violence against whites by lying about being the victim of white racism? He died of embarrassment. The way you pick and choose exposes you to those who have a brain. Trolling is like sarcasm this day. She's an idiot. Hate to break it to her, but it's no. So look, this is what's happening. But this is why I'm reminding you. But Shadeborough is on private and I don't follow them now. So I can't show you what I was going to show you. But you can go look at the previous post and you see all the comments of people. Do you get me? You can go and see all the comments of all the people. Like, you can go see all the comments of all the people that you know what I'm saying? You can
and indeed, now that
you can go see the comments. Is there any more?
First of all, you claim.
Look, more. And this is what they do. So why would our own media do it? Why would Mandem do it?
That he ran 30 marathons in 35 days, even after suffering a leg fracture around the 21st marathon. Ardey also claimed at various points that he ran 300 miles in 3 days. If true, that would mean that Jason Ardey is nearly on par with the greatest runners who have ever lived. As a side note, I have to say it's very funny that a grown man was making this kind of thing up. Sounds like a lie a third grader might tell his friends when he gets back to school after summer vacation. You know what I did? I ran so far, like 300 miles. And then I got attacked by a bear. That's my Jason Ardey impression. First of all,
so this is what we have now. We have people, and this is America, and this is right-wing media. And look at the comments. He just passed away, dude. Maybe don't bully a dead man, be better. He just DI'd. Look, they're cracking joke. Not sure you can bully someone who has passed. Nope. This lie is due ridicule because he's a liar. What's the point of this? The man is dead. He pulled a full Milli Vanilli, total madness. The fact that anyone believed him is insane. Matt, you are hilarious. The fact that others are so willing and without question believed him. Perhaps I've had pushback against these crazy claims. When he was making them, he would not have gotten so deep in the fantasy. He was Milli Vanilli over again. Absolute insanity. Look at the comments. Real runners knew right away. Ivy League schools, wokeness, DEI, tolerance, race cards allowed this. 300 miles in 3 days equals 4 marathons per day. He might be lying. Dude thinks he's dead. So look, and this is what I'm trying to say. You know, this is what I'm trying to say, man. This is how they're talking about him now. This is how they're talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Ultimate says, when Charlie Kirk died, people were still cheering his achievement despite his negative antics and comments about black people. Why wasn't the same grace given to Ardey? You know why, man. Don't be, come on, man. You know why, B. Don't play that game, man. Don't play that silly game with me, man.
Therapists predict.
Look, more. They're on him, and this is what they was talking about. The media. Look, he died. Look, this is a day ago. Look.
He would need full-time assistance throughout his life. How wrong they were. And now Jason is days away from achieving another ambition.
Hey, so good to see you.
Here's his new boss at Cambridge.
The board of electors on your interview day were absolutely unanimous. We are so lucky to have you. You are the best in the world in terms of the research that you do.
Well, there's nothing quite like being forced to watch the sexual tension in the Cambridge sociology department between a man who looks like a long-lost member of Milli Vanilli and a woman who looks and acts like she should be starring in a PSA about the dangers of brain parasites from cats. Hillary Kremen is living.
Oh my God. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, but this is what that's what I'm trying to say. So he's getting this, this is 1 day ago. They don't care. This is the mainstream right-wing media. This is America. They don't care. So you don't need to be in your culture doing it to your own, because this is when it gets, and you don't like this, but this is, you do it to your own. So why won't they do it to you? They can just look at the Shadeborough and look at the Shade, all America, the Shade. They'll see you. They see you. They see it. They see it. So I'm just showing you. Look, this is why they're doing this.
The fantasy of every white liberal female on the planet right now. This is the equivalent of like a BTS concert for millions of adult women. She gets the opportunity to fawn over a black guy, to apologize to him on behalf of white people. They love nothing more than that. They love to do that. And to present herself as this exceedingly wise, introspective academic who's willing to do the work. And to really sell the message, there's even the dramatic close-up of the interracial handshake, like it's a modern-day Renaissance painting.
Therapists predicted.
Everything about that. This is how they think. This is how they feel. This is how they feel. Look, any more videos on this guy? This guy was just banging out the videos as he does. You get me? Like, honestly. But it's just kind of sad, man. Honestly, like it's just sad, man. Look. Guys, RIP to Jason Ardey. That's one thing I want to say. My condolences to his family and his friends. It's very sad. And this is a message to the community, the culture. You are what you eat. You become what you consume. And your algorithm will show you the things that you want to see. If you find yourself following toxic blogs, if you find yourself on a burner account, making comments about people, being nasty to people, you have to just ask yourself, how would you feel if that person decided to take their life and the last thing that they said, it was because of what you did? How would you feel? Would you feel cool? And if you feel cool, then carry on with your life. But also remember, that same energy can come back to any one of your family members. And you wouldn't like it if something happened to a family member and everyone was clowning that family member for any reason, and you love them, and due to that reason that family member decided to take their life. You would hate every single person that was involved in that, and you would hold them accountable. It doesn't matter if they physically did it or but just the fact that they created a culture, an air where this was allowed to fester and allowed to happen to somebody. And that is something that everyone needs to think about. So it's not enough to blame the Shadeborough or try to cancel ELAINE the Pain. They are mere cogs into a system that has already been built. And unfortunately, it was built initially without us. Now we are the main architects and engineers of the real issues that plague our culture and our community. And until people are willing to look into the mirror, ask some extremely hard questions, and not care about the answers that come back, then none of this is going to end. And unfortunately, for some of you, you will only take heed when it comes right to your door. And I pray it's something it never does, honestly, because you too will understand how lonely this is and how broken our community and culture truly is. All right. RIP Jason Ardey to ELAINE the Pain. My advice to you is to listen, ELAINE. Listen to the culture. Listen to the people. Just listen. Don't listen to respond. Just really listen. Like, really listen. And if you really care, then it's time to elevate and trying to transform into the ELAINE the Pain that's going to be the true leader. That, if that's what you want. But if you want to be known as someone that just trolls and loud and rude, then you just carry on. You're doing fine already. But if you're ready to take it to the next level and really lead and inspire, then it's time for you to elevate, ELAINE. And for the Shadeborough, you're definitely, after all the followers you've lost and everything, I've seen some of the posts. You tried to post up Annie. They tried to post up Annie. Big up Annie. But the Shadeborough, you posted up Annie now when you haven't posted up Annie. We know why you're doing that. You're doing it because you want Annie to repost you on her stories and on her page. But you're merely using her during a time when you're losing followers. So you just want Annie to post you. That's not organic, because if it was organic, you would have posted up Annie before. We've been posting up clips the whole week. We've been posting up loads of clips. But you didn't do it. So we know the Shadeborough. We know that's not real. That's not real, genuine support. You just want Annie to repost it. So people are, do you understand what I'm trying to say? And that's not genuine support. It's time for genuine support, if that's what you want to do. But that's not what you want to do. You essentially, the Shadeborough is the Sun. It is the Daily Mirror. It's all of those papers put into one, but it's black owned, which makes it worse because it's our own people doing it to ourselves. And do not ever think that these these blogs which have a bigger following than the Sun and all the Telegraph and all these different things, they got more engagement. Don't ever think that they don't get stories sent to them and vice versa and get paid for it. So we have our own independent black media basically in cahoots with mainstream right media, which is why we see the things that we do. All right. Big up all the chat gang, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, you turn notification bells. Go check out all the reaction videos. And yeah, man, be safe, man. We'll be going again tomorrow. And I'm back streaming. Big up all the chat gang. Make sure you hit the like button. We should have had more likes than this, man. I don't know what you guys are playing at, but big up everyone that locked in today. Big up everyone that messaged me and told me that, Chai, we need you back on. We need you to really, you know what I mean, to really have the discussions. I did it for you guys, yeah? My name is China. I'm the man and voice. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn notification bell. Never miss an upload. And if you're really in your bag, here's with a super chat, and we are out.